Hey everybody, Seven here, and thank you so much for joining me for episode 8 of Planet Crafter. Now, we've got a couple of tasks that we need to accomplish here today. That wreck over in the desert, I guess you would call it, there is a breakable wall that I completely knew about, totally forgot about, which is kind of ridiculous given that this super secret one over by the starting location I showed off in, like, I don't know, episode 3 or 4 or something like that. We're going to have to go over there, grab that. I keep getting told, and the person is telling me better and better location of a gold chest in the Iridium Cave, so I'm definitely going to want to look for that. And above all else, I want to make sure that I can get the tier 2 extractors because I want to get reliable osmium and I want to get reliable super alloy. So those are the goals for the day, and then hopefully in the midst of all that, we'll be able to get a few more of these nicer, bigger buildings going. Alright, so let's go. So I guess right off the bat, I'm going to go out to this wreck out here, just because I think that one's going to be the easiest and probably the quickest thing to get done. The best way to do it is honestly just to flip your little hand tool over to the deconstruct mode and basically just look at walls. And you should be able to find a wall to deconstruct, and there's a ton of really cool stuff behind. Alright, let's get in here. The thing is, I don't rightly remember what floor it's on. Oh, well, we missed a couple of flower seeds anyway. Oh, and a microchip. Alright, we're starting to get low on air already, so let's get the hell out of here. Oh wait, I missed an entire up. I definitely did not go up there. At least I don't think I did. Did I? Alright, run number 2. Let's get in here and get this thing done. There we go. Knew it was around here somewhere, so it is up on top. Explosive powder, that's cool. Alright, so that should be that for this place. It honestly wasn't quite as impressive as I was hoping or expecting it to be, but I think I saw, what, some bioplastic and I think some, like, eggplant seeds or something. I mean, at this point, vegetable seeds are, you know, pretty much irrelevant. Oh wow, we got quite a few bioplastic. Oh, and an osmium too. That's cool. And not a single mushroom seed, but that's fine. We've got enough to get us through. Hey, got a lerma though, that's cool. Oh, apparently the game thinks that we should be at a loot stage giving us tree seeds. So, also very cool. So let's get out of here, we'll get home, and then we'll put everything away, and then we'll go hopefully try to rob that iridium thing. Honestly, in all the time that I've played this, I've never seen a golden chest inside the Iridium Cave. So finding this one is going to be a new one for me. Aw, crap, all of my extractors are tier 1 still, which means all of them are going to need to get reset. I don't know if that's strictly for the tier 1s, or if that's all of them. I'm hoping that when I get to tier 2s, it'll, you know, fix itself and go away, but I have nothing to actually guarantee that. Yeah, what the hell, we might as well unlock these 2 microchips that we discovered as well. Okay, thanks. Oh, that is cool, actually. What ones am I wearing currently? I think only ones. No, I do have the 2s. I might actually want that. Alright, a 2 super, though. I doubt I've got any super left over. Oh, I do have some. Okay. Yeah, why not? We'll make those. Is it me, or did the compass get wider? Seems a bit more sensitive and a bit more accurate now. That's interesting. Alright, let's go wander around the Iridium Cave now, and we'll just see what we can see. Now, you normally don't just see a golden chest just hanging out visibly. Like, they're buried under something or hidden around something. They're always tucked into some, you know, peculiar sort of location in a really out-of-the-way spot. I know that there's a lot of, like, weird tunnels and bridges and that kind of stuff around here. A lot of, like, really out-of-the-way locations, so it's kind of what I'm hoping for. I thought that was aluminum. Well, I've been tearing this place up here. I've looked under every bridge and over every bridge and through every tunnel. And I've looked in, like, weird corner spots, like over here. I haven't found anything. Not even a blue one. And apparently there's supposed to be a full-on gold one out here. I've checked all through there over both those little catwalk things and just not tracking anything. I also searched all around all these little pillars and on each side of the pillars. And from what they were describing, I don't think it's the thing that you have to wait for, the next terraform level. I know that there's a few, hidden locations that require an additional terraform level before you can actually get, the stuff that you're trying to go after. I haven't checked around this weird little outcropping that's technically outside of the Iridium Cave, but I don't know, I'm not seeing anything there either. Now, the other thing, I've got just an absurd overabundance of the flower seeds right now, but the thing is, any kind of flower grower requires the super alloy. So until I'm able to get a reliable source of the super alloy, it's going to be a little tricky to try to play with those things just yet. Well, we've got the Vegetube Tier 3, but... there we are, flower spreader. Yeah, so we're going to need fertilizer, which means we're going to need to get the algae situation moving pretty good. And B, that's a lot of super alloy. So let's go back up to the unlock screen and see what we need for the Tier 2. I think it's just more and more and more pressure. Right, more pressure. We should have a reliable source of osmium for a little bit. Oh yeah, we've got plenty of that. So I guess we'd run out to the aluminum mine. I mean, we're going to have to pick it up and put it back down anyway. So we'll run out there, see if it's got any aluminum from the last time we were here, and then reset it so that's getting us more aluminum, because you can make your own super alloy relatively effortlessly once you get aluminum, but it's just so much easier once you can just get the super alloy and cut out the middleman. And we got a whopping 2 for our troubles. That's not good. I know worst case scenario, we can always just run back up into the maze over there. I'm certain I've left a ton of both aluminum on the ground level and super alloy up on the upper level. It's just, I really hate that place, like a lot. So I suppose in the interim I'll just make 4 super and then put down, I should be able to get, 2 more of the big drills? Then we'll see what that does for the pressure. Maybe we can launch a couple of rockets today too. Well, we've got enough for 1 more of the big drills, so we'll put that down. I did manage to pick up just a loose free rocket in that raid that I just did. We've got plenty of uranium, so I don't really need to save it to call down a uranium rocket. We've got plenty of it, because the pressure rocket I think calls iridium down, which we also do not need any of, but wouldn't hurt to get the pressure moving a little bit better. So let's hit that. Never mind, that also requires 2 super alloy. Well, maze it is, I suppose. Now, there used to be a way to kind of do a little cheating shortcut action, but my first time blowing through the maze, I couldn't find a way up there to save my life. Every time I climbed up on top of this thing, then got on top of the little mesa plateaus here, I thought you used to be able to just hover over to one of these ledges, but it seems like I can't get far enough over before I drop. So they may have adjusted the functionality. Yeah, you can't make that jump anymore. Alright, well, let's go get a breath. I've got a free bottle of water on me and an extra O2 tank, so I might just get myself deliberately lost around there and then just try to snag some free aluminum. I know I missed at least 1 or 2 chests in here too, so maybe we can snag some of that. There's one. Oh, awesome. I'm gonna tear that one down just so I don't, my usual don't get your hopes up kind of thing. Well, the good news is I navigated my way through here a whole lot easier than I normally do. The bad news is I only found the one chest, so I'm not really sure just how much is left on the ground floor. I also only found, I think, 1 piece of aluminum so far, so the ground level isn't looking super promising. Okay, well that was really bad. Your health and your food are the same stat, so if you take damage, you suddenly get very, very hungry, which I now have. Hey, got some aluminum and some super in that one. Oh, nice. Alright, this trip might not turn out so bad after all. Yeah, food's low, but it is the slowest moving stat that we have, so shouldn't be the end of the world here. We are going to have to suck down this oxygen tank, though. That part's inevitable. Now let's run home, get ourselves fed. We'll dump off. We've got a pretty good amount of aluminum right now, but this pressure situation is just not okay if we want to get that next level extractor. Alright, so some iridium that we didn't need, and some uranium that we also didn't need. And some fabric that we definitely did not need. Oh, well, I guess I didn't really need to come back that urgently. Well, whatever then. And a whole truckload of aluminum. That's definitely what we went out there for. No sense in saving it. Might as well decode it until it tells me that we can't. It will eventually tell you that you can't decode anymore. Oh, that's cool. Probably what, like super alloy and explosive powder or something? I can probably afford this. Yeah, let's blam this one out too. And bam. I guess for this time, I'm gonna head up. Because I actually, on my return trip here, I found what looked like a really convenient and quick way to get back up there. It must have been something that I had forgotten about. And it looked more towards the right. There looked like there was some scaffolding that was knocked down, but it looks like it went all the way to the top. Well, I just got super lost on that one. Okay, well I totally didn't find the way up I was looking for, but I found another box. This is the thing, the maze section here, it is so deadly and so easily to get just spun around and just completely conked. If you can manage to keep your wits about you, there is a lot of really good stuff, especially if you're in the early game when, you know, there's certain finite resources that are just a little bit harder than others to get. Well, I guess I'm just going to go up the easy way then. I'll stop off at the box here, grab a breath. I kind of meandered on the right side mostly, I think. Maybe I can try to take this opportunity to go to the left more? Although I don't really see much of an option of getting up there. Oh wait, yeah I do. Although it doesn't appear to be getting me much. And of course, awesome on me for doing this in the frickin' dark. Okay, spectacular. I just fell down and had to use my emergency oxygen canister, so fun times. Let's just go home and make another one. Man, why did I get it in my head to play this on hardcore mode? Alright. 3 super and 3 aluminum. We're out of magnesium. You know what? The iridium mine should probably have a bunch of just crap materials in it. Maybe I'll run out here, empty it, reset it. Should be some easy magnesium in there. Hey look, there's some right here. Alright, well that's reset. That's awesome. I don't think I have the space to reset the sulfur one. So we'll just do that one next. I'm probably going to be here a while, so this is probably going to be a long recording again with just a lot of stuff probably cut. Because the thing is, if I'm going to do an episode, I want to try to like at least have something to show for it, for what I did for the day. Not sure how 2 super alloy got in with the iridium, but that's interesting. Well, at least there was, you know, 2 sulfur in there. Oh, come on. I always forget that you can't rotate it back the other way by just hitting the other button. Yeah, what the hell, let's go see if we can snag a little osmium. I think this place is a dead end over here anyway, so can't hurt to stick our head in. Oh, it's not a dead end. I know exactly where we are. Don't go that way. I completely forgot that that tied up into the sulfur one. Yeah, it didn't used to. A lot of these tunnels that interconnect into other zones and other biomes, they weren't always here. These are a relatively new creation. I'm not even going to try to pretend that this is where I intended to be. That was luck. That was pure, unbridled, unconditional luck. And I'm going to take it. Alright, well, while I'm waiting for my aluminum to start rolling in, if I remember right, there should be another pretty decent grab out this way. A, it's a haul, and B, it's kind of a big deal, if I remember right. Out beyond the desert wreckage here, I think there's like a little bit of a valley. Another pretty easy to get spun around in, but not quite as bad as the maze. I think there's just one of the ladders, like one of the underground ladders out this way. So I came out with 2 waters and 2 oxygens this time, just because I'm a little gun shy about going out this far from home. And if I remember right, it should be out this way somewhere. Although I also could be completely full of nonsense, and there might be nothing out here. Well, a chest at least. I'll take that action. Free rocket. I also brought the resources to make a box, because I knew I was going to need it. But I was certain there was at least something out here. Oh, hello. Well, that's cool. The game thinks I'm at least at the zeolite stage. And here's the thing. When you're raiding the boxes like that, the little blue chest things, there's like kind of an unwritten, almost like a loot stage. And that's tied directly to your TI. So the higher the TI, you'll find terraformation index appropriate items. So if you've reached a certain TI with your heat level, your O2 level, and all that kind of action, the game will just assume that you're making certain buildings and certain machines and stuff. So it'll give you materials appropriate to where it thinks that you should probably be. Hey, mushroom. Where were you a couple days ago? Well, I'm out at the Redacted right now, and I am a long, long way from actually needing to be into Redacted. Oh, wow. Well, I guess we'll just go home then. Oh, shoot, I found that thing, though. Okay. Also, I'm very spun around. Oh, hell, where the hell am I now? Wait, that's Arches. I don't want to go to Arches. Let's go back to your damn box and find your way home. I knew there was something out here, but it wasn't just that crashed satellite that I'm looking for. Wow, we're actually coming out of here with a pretty decent haul, too. Alright, so where did that satellite go, and is there any way for me to try to remember my way to finding it again? I definitely don't want to get lost wandering around the Arches, even with 2 oxygen tanks. Alright, so it must be on the other side then. Oh, no, it's right here. Duh. Wow, masterfully done, hero. I wish we were able to grab that pretty easily then. I'm trying to remember, it's been so long since I've actually dug into a lot of the ruins. I've got a save that's way, way deep into the end game, and my guy there pretty much doesn't, explore much anymore. I've been in just about every square inch of the map, so there's not any new stuff to find. And yes, I've found all of the Redacted, and I've gone to the final Redacted location. Alright, getting a good chunk there, that's nice. Alright, so some of these stockpiles are starting to look okay again. That's not bad. Oh, right. We're gonna want that. That's the one that tells you just how many things you've got orbiting and what things are orbiting and all that kind of action. Well, I guess I'll take enough resources to make another box, and I'll go, at the very least, I'll snag the crashed satellite. I know it's out here somewhere, it's just I'm probably forgetting what it is, and, playing at this difficulty makes so much less time to search, because your O2 just runs out so crazy fast, even with the big tank. So it's one of those things where it's like, if I had more than a minute or two to be able to wander around, I'm sure I'd see something like, oh yeah, that's right, I remember now. It's right over there. But to try to be able to just speed run, sprint, right dead for, a target that I'm looking for, I don't think I can probably do that. Oh, what? I thought this thing just had a... Okay. It should be right here. Like, it should be right next to it. I don't know, somebody correct me if I'm going completely crazy, but I really thought it was very, very near the satellite. Oh, hey, there's a chest over here, too. Oh, no, we're at this stage already? Wild. Okay, I did not think we were quite that advanced just yet. Damn, alright. Let's not die here. Coming this far, it would be quite a damn shame to have the save completely deleted. Alright, I guess I'll slap a box right on top of the satellite here. This is probably not a terrible staging area to have for a search for what I think I'm looking for, although it's real easy to have, one hill look just like the next one. Also, what happened to that chest around here that I didn't get? Or that I didn't get fully? That is really cool that we're getting zeolite now. I did not expect to start getting that already. I don't have a damn thing to do with it yet. I'm like accidentally climbing the tech tree way too fast in some aspects and not nearly fast enough in others. Oh, hey, I think that's it. That is it. And we're running low on oxygen, and I'd rather not burn that other canister if I can help it. I might not be able to help it because I don't know where I am now. No, never mind, we're fine. That's what's up. Oh, now we're gonna start moving some stuff. Let's get home, get all the zeolite put away and everything else that I got, and then we'll check power, and we'll check the power consumption on what these tier 2s are. And then we'll just go around and rip up all of our tier 1s anyway, because the tier 2s just, they have better accuracy. So while putting a tier 1 in the iridium cave, you get iridium, but then you also get, iron and cobalt and blah, blah, blah. When you put the tier 2s down, it's just a little more refined. So you'll still get, cobalt and iron and useless crap, but you get like a higher percentage of the actual target resource that you're looking for. Oh. I was gonna say, I know that there's one right here. This is always, it was weird. This is actually the very first one I ever found, was that one right there. So I will never forget that little spot, and I'm like, zeolite, what the hell is zeolite? And then, I got the white one achievement there. Alright, let's put everything away, and then we'll get looking at power. Although I'm suddenly finding myself burning through quite a lot of cobalt now. I think I've been playing a little fast and loose here. Probably a little more reckless than I should be. Oh! Oh, is that all? Shit. That's 9 super alloy just for 1 super alloy rod. Oh, crap. I don't think I can make it yet. We can't make the rod. Okay, well, forget the power check. We're going to need to do the unlock check because I don't remember how to get the super alloy rod. Okay, so it's just generic overall terraformation. Well, let's go berserk on the oxygen then. Because the oxygen is going to get us a bigger heater, and the heat and the oxygen I think are our slowest movers right now. Pressure is probably our top dog. Alright. And our power is still pretty out of control anyway. No sweat. Well, flower spreaders it is then. Alrighty, so I've got the stuff for four flower spreaders. Let's go just look at what our top tier flower spreaders are. Not those likely, but we got a bunch of 400s here. Oh, looks like you're the winners. We'll go throw these around in some aesthetically pleasing locations, and then we'll go check how the numbers are moving. Right, how's the oxygen moving now? That's actually not nearly as fast as I had expected it to. Well, that is most unfortunate. I actually have access to the dam extractor, but I can't make the stupid rod for it. I mean, I could, I guess, line the back wall here with these crappy low-tier heaters. Wow, these are so crappy they don't even require super. Alright, F it. I guess I'll throw a bunch of these up. Alright, so I snagged enough for 5 of them, so that'll fill this hallway pretty nicely. I just hate spinning my wheels, and I know that this right here is a complete spinning my wheels type of action to take. Yeah, heat's ticking pretty well, but yeah, that oxygen is just not moving the way I want it to. Now, if I remember right, I think that the flower spreader is better at oxygen than the veg tube, but I might be wrong in this. Let's take a look. Oh, you know what? I think I've got another spare lerma that I can put into a grass spreader too. Oh, we got a couple here. How many we got? Alright, let's chuck 3 of those around. Again, in some nice, aesthetically pleasing locations. Are you kidding me? Alright. We're gonna cycle around one of those crappy reactors and get a better one. Is all that gonna fit? No, it's not all gonna fit. There we go. That'll all fit in here. Hey, the seed spreader rocket. That was just the one I was talking about for the biomass. Awesome. Where's the explosive powder that I had a minute ago here? Yeah, I know, we're fine. In fact, you know what? Let's do that one again, too. I've got plenty of the explosive powders. Alright, so snag that down. Bust out another one of these guys. Alright, so now our power situation should be pretty silly. Yeah, 500. We're more than okay for quite a bit now. Alright, so 3 more grass spreaders. Look at this nice little lawn that we're forming. Place is looking great. Oh, I completely neglected the front lawn. There we go. Really hope I actually saved one to drink. I saved exactly one to drink. You guys better get moving here. Maybe I do actually need that lake collector. And here I was joking about how much faster those were moving than what I remember them moving at, and well, they're suddenly not moving quite as fast as I'd like them to now. Oh wow, jeez, did not realize we're that close to kicking another stage here. You know, it's funny. With the difficulty being what it is, I found myself just moving faster, exploring faster, grinding faster. So I think I'm just moving the stages faster as well. Speaking of numbers moving, well, heat and pressure looking pretty okay, but that oxygen still just isn't there. Yeah, and I'm going to need just way... And then there's the other rocket. So the seeds rocket does plants, and the other one does biomass, right? Oh no, that is oxygen. Man, I knew I wasn't losing my marbles here. Oh jeez, but that's that's a lot of resources. Although just with the hodgepodge that I've picked up out of chests, I might be able to get it done. What do you need to make? All right, I actually have that. All right, so it's one of those, one of them. A rocket, 2 super... Oh, and a tree bark. Well, I was planning on launching some space action today anyway, but this was not the one I was thinking we were going for. Oh well, whatevs. Up. And... goodbye. I love some of these, though. It's just this gigantic frickin' fern in a rocket. The effect on it is really cool, though. All these little green particles start just floating from the sky. It's just really neat. Okay, well that's got that number moving significantly differently than it was. Alright, let's go get a whole mess of algae, because we are definitely low on that. Wow, the DNA manipulate... Like, I've got machines that I almost kind of can't use just yet. That was another thing. Somebody in the comments said, oh, drop the tier 1 algae and get the tier 2s. I knew that I needed to because, you know, there's way more algae that comes out of a 2 than a 1. But that sucked. It's like 5 tier 1 algae spreaders and I got, what, 4 algae out of it? 6. Alright, well, for having a little beach house condo here, we're not really making very good usage of our beach, so we should probably get those algae things moving, and we should really get a lake water extractor. Maybe 2. And then we tear down these 2 eyesores, because honestly, I never did like the way these things looked. Alrighty, so we're going to get our water situation just a bit more ridiculous right now. We've got enough for 2 of these guys. Bang one in there. And we'll bang one in there. And then we certainly don't need these anymore. So, our water collection is definitely a bit different. Also, our heat is a bit different now, too. Yeah, the water situation is going to get very, very different here. And not a moment too soon. Alright, so next on the list, we've got to get these algae generators turned around. Got to get these tier 2s. I thought the tier 1s were going to last us a bit longer than they have, but they're just not getting the job done right now. Oh, that is absolutely spectacular. Let's get the tier 2 generators going. Then we'll get the super alloy rod. Then we'll start worrying about these new extractors. Alright, so we've torn down all of our algae generators. But the first thing we have to do is we've got to start getting a reliable source of super alloy coming in. So that's going to be job number 1. Alright, so now that we've got enough for this, we'll go lay this down, and then we're going to have to focus on the osmium. Alright, so there's our level 2 put down, and it is getting us a super. Perfect. So if we can reliably maintain the osmium intake and the super intake, then we can put the extractors down anywhere we need them, and then we can have just about infinite resources. Also, with the amount of oxygen producers and biomass producers that we've laid down today, plus a couple of rockets that we've launched today, the TI is flying right now. We have a lot of really crappy drills out here still, and we can definitely stand to improve a lot of that. So let's run out to the aluminum mine, see what's out here, and then we might be able to create enough alloy plus the aluminum to make a rod. It's going to be a bit of luck at this point. 3. Okay. 3 is not good. Alright, I'm going to try to create another rod, and then we'll see where we stand at that point. Alright, so I've barely got enough to make one more rod, which means I can barely make one more extractor. The most important one is probably the osmium then. We've got access to iridium, we've got access to aluminum, but right now the super alloy and the osmium are the 2 critical linchpins that we need, more than anything else. I'm not sure if you can put a mine... Well, hello. I don't fully remember if you can put a mine in this cave over here, but I'm going to check it out just because it is closer to where I'm living right now. I know there is another cave that you can definitely put an osmium mine in. I just don't know if I have the clearance in here. And it is osmium. Alright, killer. Well, that is a much shorter walk than what I'm used to. So we have super and osmium being dug out of the earth very close to home. So that could be very beneficial. Alright, so now let's turn our attention to the algae generators. Oh, we got a new message. And here I was just making fertilizer. Alrighty, so we've got enough for 2 here. We just need the 2 bottles of water. And I think our biomass should actually finally start moving pretty okay here. And just give it, you know, a good coverage. There-ish. And somewhere over here looks good. Alright, now the numbers are moving at some pretty ridiculous rates, which is fantastic. Maybe we should go check our email. Maybe, if it's anything useful. Oh, are we at this point already? And actually, that might be a good place to end this. So thank you so much for joining me in this episode of Planet Crafter, and I hope to see you in the next one. This is Evan. Bye.